front, set to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. It's a 2-score game early. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Wilson now from the gun. Into the hands of Neighbors. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Riley Moss with that tackle.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Slot man motioned over. Wilson on 3rd down. Neighbors with the catch. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Talanoa Hufanga makes the play. And the Broncos get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Let's go now. Go.
First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On the handoff, this is Brown. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
1st and 10 from the 41. This time it's a passing play. Complete. It's Ingram. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Buying some time right. He can run it. And he's going to be out of bounds right along the 20.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Come on, set.
On the ground, Brown. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it.
Ready? 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Let's go.
Nix looking to throw. Drops, but pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Did this defense ever need that or what? Just a step in some kind of right direction. Hopefully now they can build on that sack and claw their way back from this pretty slow start.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Another try following the sack. He's on the move. He's going to keep it this time. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Going for the first with Dobbins. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Broncos take a 20-zip lead. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. Going after try is good by Lutz. And the Broncos stretch their lead to 21. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Pass cut by Tracy. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here at Mile High. It's the Giants. With it, 1st and 10. Now here's Russ. He's going to push one deep down the... Oh, no, they get him yet again. Pat Surtain has it. And the Broncos take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Oh, man, Brock, somebody, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense. I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
They send Mims left. Out of the gun, it's Nix. He's throwing deep to the left side. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Devon Holland comes up with it. And the Giants are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Launches one deep downfield, and they pick him off again. Riley Moss with the pick. And the Broncos get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought that defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away. And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
Again on 2nd and 10, Nix. On the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB could run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. Finds Mims. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. Back deep for the Giants, Tyrone Tracy. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. They found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Huard, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Has this at the 6. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Chubb. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior. 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
Wilson now, 1st and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back.
And they pick him off again. Dre Greenlaw picks it off. And the Broncos are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
I don't know how many you could have next to you, Kate, that have been in this spot before, okay? I have thrown 5 interceptions in the game, and happened to be our rivalry game back in college. It was one of the most humbling, horrific experiences of my life. Please, Coach, take this player out. We do not need to see another interception added to his ledger.
And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Second and 6 coming up here. They'll run again with Brown. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. But, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Throwing here, Nix. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Let's go.
A give now to Brown. And he drives this forward to the 6.
Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
Slot receiver headed left. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Hey, check that. Street. Hurt. Go.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. Call it 1 yard there. Tough sledding the last couple of runs. It's 4th and 2. On comes Will Lutz in the Broncos field goal unit. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Bertolet able to knock it through. And their special teams converts to get them something out of that possession.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. And off to Chubb to start the drive. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 now. Hauled in by Rice. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
First down, here's Russ. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Russ now from the gun. This is complete to Neighbors. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Chubb running out of the gun. Cuts it to the right sideline. He will go! Touchdown, New York! The Giants shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. So great work by the running back there, Brock. Found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
Right, ready to send this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Bronco switch. Go! Bird. Right there. Check go.
straight ahead. It's Brown. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for second down.
Ready?
Play action with Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with the tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long.
Ready?
Nix from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that brings up fourth and long. They'll send out the punting unit. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And it'll be Giants football. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Wilson on 1st and 10. That's to his back, Nick Chubb. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. It was the rookie from Ohio State there to bring him down. We'll see what they come up with for third down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Third and 4 coming up now. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Finds him on the crossing route. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. Well, you kind of expect this to happen a couple of times this season, right? They catch the rookie here for roughing the passer.
Yeah, that comes with experience, Kate. Rookie is so excited to make plays in his first season. You just get that tunnel vision on making the sack. And he doesn't realize the ball was already gone.
Wilson with it on first. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Broncos, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out.
The running back dump off doesn't land. So it's second down coming up.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Brown on the carry. And he'll get them forward here up to the 24-yard line. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Now Nix on 3rd down. incomplete beyond the marker. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. That's a pickup of 9. And the Broncos will have a first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now it's Brown. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
Tag.
Slot man in motion right.
Ready.
Shotgun snap to Nix. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Devon Holland comes up with it. And the Giants get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
On first down, it's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep to the left. An alert play defensively there. Got a hand on it to tip it away. That makes it 2nd down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. Headed right through the middle of the field. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
They've got first down from the 31.
Butt left. What? There. Who is it?
From the gun, it's Wilson. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They are running from the gun with Chubb. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Giants will have a first down.
What? Who is it?
Working inside the red zone. Chased out to his right. Now here he goes. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They give inside to Chubb. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves them with 3rd and 2.
Diva. Got it.
So now they're going to throw with Wilson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
From the gun, it's Tracy. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. They went for it and got the 4 yards they needed, and that keeps this drive alive.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Putting the tight end in motion. Chubb will not challenge for the end zone. He loses a bunch here.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the deep.
And that's a touchdown, at least for the moment, Bronk. But there's a flag out there. I think that they might wipe this one away. So now from a bit further back, here's 3rd and goal.
Touch 50. Cut.
Wilson now from the gun. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Giants pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one splits the uprights. And the Giants cut the lead down to 10. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. And they'll take this opportunity to discuss what's next over on their sideline. So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And this one's covered by the Broncos hands team. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
And he's brought down for a loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Check smash. Check smash. Come on. Set. Man the street. Say, hey. Take go.
And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Timeout called, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
Not that he needed to, but he'll always try and remind people that he's a threat running it, in addition to slinging it all over the field.
Let's go. 79 Bronco. Hey, smash Bronco. Ready.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now.
Flat out a tremendous call. Perfect timing to blitz the corner, and the result proves it. There was barely time for the QB to set himself up to throw, let alone look downfield for a target before he was absolutely decked by somebody who I think enjoyed that chance to rush the passer.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game and really leaves only one remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. We know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. To throw, here's Wilson. And he'll get it up to the 44. The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here. First down throw from Wilson. Sideline throw reeled in by Neighbors. And they'll have it a little shy of the 40 as he goes out. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the Combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Ooh, very fortunate that didn't go as a turnover. And now it's second down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Throwing again. Here's Wilson. Buys time, rolling right. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. One final shot here. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And he's out of bounds just inside the red zone. So to the side of many mile-high salutes throughout the building, it's a win at home for the Broncos. And they're able to run this winning streak to 3 as they have really caught fire recently.